right, we are live for Golden Trial night, Tournament Tuesday here. Prior to episode 48, tomorrow night, our second weekly episode of only Golden Trial action. 3 matches from the tournament, with the 4th coming on the weekly show tomorrow night. That match will be the Crow Eric Draven taking on the Lion King Nathan Bogard. Both picked up wins in their first match. Tonight we're going to see Tomio Yamaguchi taking on Onyx Stone, El Puma taking on Yasuke Bozeman, and Sangres taking on Anthony Hagar. Should be a good trio of matches as well. Hagar and Sangres both won their first matchups, so a critical matchup between those two here tonight. One of them will go to 2-0 and be in the driver's seat for the rest of their time in the tournament. Whereas Yamaguchi and Onyx Stone and El Puma and Yasuke Bozeman all lost their first matchup. A loss tonight effectively eliminates them from contention in the tournament. So important stakes on the line. I'm joined tonight by both Doc and Ralph on commentary. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you. Thanks for having.
Hello. We're going to get things going here tonight. Any matches, any of the 3, are you particularly looking forward to the most? Either one of you?
If I had to pick a match, any of the matches where it's like do or die, Bozeman versus, Onyx versus Yamaguchi, in particular, I think is going to be particularly interesting, just because both of them lost their matches, and it's going to be do or die for either one of those wrestlers.
Yeah, a bit surprising too in that, Stone ran into Nathan Bogard, who both of those two had been on a bit of a hot streak, and for Yamaguchi, an interesting matchup for him in his first draw, facing off with Eric Draven, the man who had won Golden Trial Season 1 and faced Yamaguchi for the title and was defeated by Tomio. A bit of a revenge win there for Eric Draven, and a tough loss for Yamaguchi, who has really kind of fallen down the power rankings here lately, finding himself in 16th place, someone who has spent much of his career at the top of the standings, still 12-5 in singles overall, and a tag team champion as a member of Dirty Deeds, where he and Daniel Drake Thomas have looked near unbeatable. But just 1-3 so far this season for Yamaguchi. It's been a downturn, to say the least, for him here lately.
Certainly a rough go of it, and it's a bit surprising from the longest reigning champ.
Yeah, he showed his proficiency in singles matches throughout Season 1 and Season 2, was near unbeatable. Now he's got some work to do here in the Golden Trial. He's not going to be able to waltz right through it, and tonight he's got a matchup with Onyx Stone, a guy who's lost last time out, but went through the bragging rights tournament, kind of earned his way into this Golden Trial tournament with a win in that knockouts only kind of toughest man in the SWA type event. Earned his way here, has a big chance to showcase himself as a singles wrestler, but loses first time out. Everything on the line here tonight for both of these guys. Lose and you're out of this tournament without a chance at winning it, with 2 losses in this 3-match round robin tournament. Win and you still have a chance next week out. So big stakes for both of these guys, and in our second match of the night, similar situation. So should be interesting to see how these two shake out. Mentioned the tag team championship. Yamaguchi bringing it down to the ring here tonight as a member of Dirty Deeds with DDT. Yamaguchi 12-1 as a member of that tag team, 3-0 this season, and they've racked up a handful of title defenses as well. in their sort of quest to be the best tag team in the SWA. 4 title defenses, in fact, only one shy of the Quinn brothers, who started their career 9-0 and looked near unbeatable as tag champions. Dirty Deeds are beginning to rival that dominance over the last few seasons.
Certainly. And you mentioned the Quinn brothers' 5 defenses. Dirty Deeds has a chance to tie them, I believe, tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night, and against a familiar foe and a team that is very familiar with that situation. They will face the Quinn brothers themselves in our main event tomorrow night on episode 48. Now, of course, the Quinns had a shot at the title not too long ago, but a few weeks back on End of the Line, they won another opportunity, taking down Black Star at that pay-per-view event and getting another shot. It'll only be their second shot at the tag team titles since they lost them. But as I mentioned, a couple weeks before that, back in episode 45, Dirty Deeds took down the Quinn brothers with the tag titles on the line. Chance to match their record number of defenses against them. I'm sure both sides will be coming ready to throw down tomorrow night. Should be a good one. As we jump into this one, going right into it, a little spinning back fist there from Yamaguchi catches Onyx Stone off guard.
Both men coming out throwing hands. Both these guys kind of striking type backgrounds, a little bit different. Yamaguchi uses a bit more of the MMA style. And then, of course, Onyx famously won that bragging rights tournament, as you mentioned. It was a real brawl for all, you might say. But both these men can throw hands, and they're not afraid about it.
And some quickness there from Onyx, getting away from a kick, and then also that knee lift. Nice double leg takedown on Yamaguchi. A little MMA style of his own from Onyx Stone, but certainly Yamaguchi, the more technically proficient striker here. Onyx, far more of a brawler, and we'll see how those two styles clash here tonight in our opening match.
Also be interesting to see. Onyx Stone made his way into this tournament through the bragging rights tournament. The other entrant that's been making waves, Anthony Hagar, who finished second to Onyx Stone, won his first match the other night in the
He sure
first
did.
Golden Trial.
And, might be, well, as Onyx goes for a cover here, first pinfall attempt, just a 1 count. Onyx has to win tonight to give himself a chance, but they're on opposite sides of the bracket here. What a fun matchup that would be if those two both were able to win their division, go head-to-head in the tournament finale one more time. A bit of a rematch opportunity for Anthony Hagar. It's going to be a tougher road for Onyx Stone. Hagar winning his first match, he's a little bit more in the driver's seat, especially if he can win tonight.
Yeah, especially if he can win tonight. As we've talked about, getting to 2 wins is so critical in this tournament. Huge suplex by Onyx, my goodness.
Yeah, that 2-win threshold, in fact, over the course of the 2 seasons, the division winners on both sides in both years actually ended up going 3-0 undefeated through the tournament. So, you got to have a little bit of luck if you drop a match and hope that your opponent drops one as well. Otherwise, you really kind of shoot yourself in the foot with a single loss. This could be the year, though, that 2 wins can get it done, as Yamaguchi gets a 1 count. Every year, the competition in this tournament seems to step up, and if there was going to be a year where it was going to be impossible to get through undefeated, this might be the one. Some of the top talent here in the SWA, as well as some of our top, brightest young stars, as Yamaguchi, nice job there dumping Onyx Stone off the top rope. Just another 1 count, though. Both sides not really getting even a near fall here yet, showing some resiliency both ways.
Yeah, this is pretty back and forth. I'm liking what I'm seeing from both wrestlers. Onyx with a big uppercut there.
Kneeling uppercut. We saw him take out some opposition in the tournament with that. Bragging rights tournament, not going to get it done there. 2 count. Yamaguchi finds a way to kick out.
It's a little bit closer than I was expecting, though. Both of these guys have hit the mat a couple times.
It could
2
be.
count for Yamaguchi.
He's got perhaps a little one-winged angel in mind here, taking Yamaguchi to the corner.
Uh-oh.
Setting him up center of the ring. Down goes Tomio, and now Onyx right into the cover. Right where he wants him. 1, 2, and 3. Onyx Stone gets it done. Tomio Yamaguchi goes down in this one.
Nobody kicks out of the one-winged angel.
The slide continues for Tomio Yamaguchi.
Yeah, Yamaguchi falls to 1 and 4 here in Season 3, and the Golden Trial Tournament was supposed to be a chance for him to get back into the world title picture. It's not going to happen this season, and in this tournament either. He's scheduled to have a matchup next week with Nathan Bogard. I imagine that matchup will be necessary, so we should see more of Tomio next week, as well as tomorrow night in our tag team title match as a member of Dirty Deeds. But it's Onyx Stone that gets the win tonight, keeps himself alive here in the Golden Trial. He's got a matchup scheduled with Eric Draven next week, and we'll see what kind of record the Crows coming into that match with after his matchup with the Lion King tomorrow night as well. Onyx Stone stays alive in the tournament, though. Big win for him tonight in our kickoff match.
Indeed, a huge win for Onyx. Real bounce back, and I'm interested now that we've had a conversation about the 2 finalists in the bragging rights tournament. I'm interested in that possibility for maybe the final of the Golden Trial. I think that'd be a really fun matchup. See a little rematch with a title shot on the line. I think those stakes would be even higher. I'm excited about that possibility.
Yeah, for Onyx Stone, to really control his own fate, he's got to be pulling, I think, for Eric Draven to get the win tomorrow night over Nathan Bogard, meaning that they can match up together, and if Stone gets the win next week, he can draw even with him at 2 and 1, and that would give him a chance at advancing into the finals. If Bogard is able to win tomorrow night, then he's really got to put his faith in someone else. He's got to hope that Tomio Yamaguchi gets a win over Bogard, as well as him picking up a win over Draven. I think he'd rather have the cards in his hand and be pulling for an Eric Draven win tomorrow night on episode 48.
Yeah, I'm sure he would, and like you say, it's a tough road to get there for Stone at this point, but he stayed alive tonight. He did what he's got to do, took care of his business, and now he's got to hope everything else plays out. But next up, we've got another match with a lot on the line. Neither one of these guys with a win so far in the tournament. 0-1 is not a death sentence, but 0-2 is, and so this is another one with the same sort of stakes where somebody's going to claw their way back into this tournament right here, and somebody's going home unhappy.
Yeah, in Bozeman's first appearance in the Golden Trial Tournament, he famously spoke on the Crazy About the SWA podcast about how he had not really been given the opportunities to chase after the World Championship like he thought he deserved. He's got a big one here in the Golden Trial Tournament, earned his way in with a win into the line over Chiamaka and Digway. But if he doesn't pick up a win tonight, he's going to have nowhere really to look and blame except in the mirror. He's got an opportunity in this tournament, and he's got to get it done here tonight. El Puma, on the other hand, a guy who has had some championship opportunities and has continued to find ways to, really be in the picture over and over again, both, opportunities at the Ascent Championship, the World Championship. He's featured in some pretty important multi-man matches as well, and is a former Rumble winner. He tends to step it up when it matters, including last season in the Golden Trial Tournament, going 2-1. As I mentioned, unfortunately for him, both division winners ended up going through 3-0, but Puma put himself in a position to have a chance. Started off on the wrong foot this season, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if he finds a way to put himself, back with an opportunity with a win here tonight.
Yeah, you can never count out El Puma. He's had his ups and downs. He's had great success, like you mentioned. He won the Rumble. He's had some pretty significant multi-mans. He had early success in the tag division with what's his name?
Domingo Cervantes.
Domingo Cervantes. Yeah, Fears of Mayor. Early success there, but then it was kind of a roller coaster for El Puma. He had some hot streaks where he could go like 2 wins, 3 wins, and then he'd have some really cold streaks where it's just like all of the momentum he'd build up would just disappear, and then he would just be unfortunately like eliminated or defeated, or it was just like it didn't seem like the fire was there some nights. But as of late, I think he's got his mojo back.
Yeah, there's a real fire inside. That's what you got to pay attention for.
I think looking at his season over season record, you can see that too. 3-4 in the first season, kind of getting his legs underneath him. Nice suplex. Oh, thought he was going to cover Bridges into a cover. No count. Bozeman was out quickly, but Puma was looking to put this one away immediately. El Puma in the second season here in the SWA, 5-1. One of the top stars, 1-2 so far this season, including that loss last week in round 1. So up and down indeed. Chance to get the momentum going back in the right direction. Bozeman needs to do the same, 2-2 here in season 3, looking to get himself above 500 and pick up an 8th win perhaps. Puma looking for his 10th.
Bozeman getting real technical here, slowing it down quite a bit after a very fast start from Puma. These guys going for a little chain wrestling. Side headlock from
Bozeman there to kind of slow it down after being attacked so quickly.
Yeah, definitely felt like he needed to gain control and kind of, force Puma to, eat some turnbuckle, it looks like.
Had to have a turnbuckle snack there. Lost track of how many strikes were on that top turnbuckle. Puma a little dazed right now. Catches the drop kick from the SK Bozeman. Gonna wrench on the left arm. Puma fights out of it in a hurry. Bozeman is a little bit of a submission threat. Maybe not the most dangerous, but it is part of his arsenal. Something you want to look out for if you're El Puma here.
Big elbow drop from El Puma there.
Yeah, very old school with that one.
Oh, SK Bozeman with a nice reversal. And then a strong takedown. Looking for a cover here. I'm not sure that's going to do it. 1 count. Puma kicks out.
Yeah, Puma going to take a little more than that. But Bozeman staying in control here. Well, as I say that, spoke too soon. Puma always won. Yeah, and Puma always wanted to find a way to reverse out of things if he can. Bozeman, very similar skill set. So, you got to be on your toes at all times in this one.
As he tries to get Bozeman to his feet, catches an uppercut. Oh, what a kick! Leveled El Puma, who fights back quickly, though, perhaps just on instinct here. Thought that one might have rocked him, but he looks like he's doing all right.
He's thanking the crowd for their support, but Bozeman instead yeets him across into the ropes.
And back and forth right now. Each side seems to have an answer for everything they're being thrown at him.
Yeah, Yasuke just tossed that drop kick from El Puma to the side. Didn't get that one, though.
Yeah, that leg lariat took him all the way down. These guys really going back and forth, though. I mean, it's tough to tell. Oh, and the Gamengiri from Puma.
Look out, Yasuke Bozeman. Gamengiri, cartwheel moonsault, and Puma is looking for more here, maybe thinking moonstomp.
The ref telling him to get off the ropes, but he says, no, sir.
Got every bit of it. Bozeman down right where he wants him, center of the ring. Does he have any fight left? 2 count, shoulders up.
Thought that was it. Really thought that was it right there for Puma. Bozeman says, no thank you.
Ooh, maybe a little bit of possum play from Bozeman there. He looked like he was laid out. Quick little axe kick.
Takes him up, throws him over, and lands on his feet. SK Bozeman looking like the cat. Always landing on his feet there in a big DDT.
Look at his time on that pin again.
2 count for Bozeman. He can't believe it. As Puma kicks out of 2 there.
That Impaler DDT really got him up high, really on the top of the head, but not enough in the...
Bozeman leveled him there.
The running knee, yeah. And, oh, Puma again. More possum. We see these guys really back and forth. Knee to the back, and now Bozeman. Oh, again, Puma. Every time I try to tell you who's in control, it changes.
Puma slowing things down there for a moment. Might have given Bozeman a chance to catch his breath. He throws a right hand, gets to his feet. Dragon twist cutter from Yasuke Bozeman.
Out of nowhere, he gets so much speed and torque on that dragon twist cutter.
And that will do it for Bozeman. 1, 2, and 3. Yasuke Bozeman keeps himself alive with that dragon twist cutter.
Yeah, almost out of nowhere, El Puma looked in control most of the way through this one. Pretty back and forth, but all the early offense was El Puma. Yasuke Bozeman almost out of nowhere with that dragon twist cutter. Put away El Puma.
Really a strong sequence there from Bozeman, putting that Impaler DDT together and eventually into the dragon twist cutter. A dangerous move, and you can see it tonight. It was what got him the pinfall here, and his first win in the Golden Trial Tournament. Keeps himself and his hopes alive and hands a loss to El Puma. Puma officially out of contention here in the Golden Trial Tournament. He's got a scheduled matchup, though, next week with Sangres to see, really at this point it'll be a matchup that will determine more about Sangres' future in the tournament. But unfortunate loss for El Puma. Big win for Yasuke Bozeman. Chance to back up all of the talk for Yasuke. Can he get himself a shot at the World Championship?
Yeah, just when we kind of wrote him off and thought maybe Puma had the match in hand, Bozeman showed us exactly why he's saying he deserves a shot. So credit to him.
And it brings us to perhaps the most exciting match of the night and our final match here of Tournament Tuesday. Sangres taking on Roughneck Hagar. Both of these men won their first matchup in the tournament, so a chance to go to 2-0 and be in the driver's seat here in Division A for both of them. Winner has a lot of power in this tournament, as I mentioned before. In Season 1 and Season 2, the division winners from both sides did eventually go 3-0 through the tournament. The only way to get there, of course, is with a win here tonight. Will it be Sangres? Will it be Hagar? Certainly a different size matchup, but a lot of heart from both sides. Should be interesting to see what we get out of the Season 3 rookie versus the former world champ.
Yeah, if I was, Yasuke Bozeman just won that last match. If I was Bozeman, I would think I'd be rooting for Hagar here, just because Hagar is up 1. Sangres is up 1. So, I guess you could root for either or, but the easier fight for Bozeman might be Sangres versus the hulking Anthony Hagar.
Well, and similar to the Onyx Stone situation, the matchup next week for Hagar is Yasuke Bozeman. So perhaps for Bozeman, if Hagar wins, Bozeman can control his own fate, as I mentioned with Onyx Stone. However, if Sangres wins tonight, Bozeman's got to be pulling next week for El Puma to get a win over Sangres to give him a chance if Bozeman can come away with a win next week as well. The sort of the odds here for the winners of our first two matches, Onyx Stone and Yasuke Bozeman, they're hoping for a tie at 2-1. So we'll see how that plays out over the course of tomorrow night and next week as we kind of wrap up the round robin stage of this tournament. One of these two, however, will be going into next week 2-0 and in the driver's seat. Continue to win, and you'll take the division and end up with a finals matchup, regardless of how your opponents do. Hagar!
Oh my!
Just tossing Sangres to the heavens. My man, Sangres is going to need a medic bag after that one, but he's quickly back to his feet. Seems to be fine for now. drives one of those feet into the face of Anthony Hagar.
Yeah, we've seen Songres maybe particularly effective against some of the larger wrestlers in the SWA. But, Anthony Hagar probably heard Songres is a high flyer, said, "Oh, you're a high flyer, huh? Send you to the skies." Squatting. Showing the strength.
Maybe not the most impressive stalling suplex we've seen out of Hagar, the smallest competitor here in the SWA, but one with a lot of heart. Former world champion. Songres, not one to be misjudged here. Definitely dangerous, particularly his feet. Nice reversal, though. Slamming down Hagar face first with a nice DDT.
And Hagar going to take a powder for a second.
Oh, no. The strength on display again. Military press slam from Roughneck Hagar. Oh.
Hagar just let gravity do all the work tonight.
That's efficient right there. He's going to be able to go hang out, take a nap after this. Leg lariat does not actually take down Hagar, but man, that clothesline did. Hagar really taking it to Songres here. I think he's been down a couple times. There's only so many times you can do that before it's game over for you.
And a nice reversal, though, from Songres there. Gets out of that.
What's
perhaps
this?
Another suplex attempt. Nice takedown.
Little wheelbarrow sunset flip power bomb and a standing shooting star press to follow it up.
Songres maybe switching up his strategy a little bit, saying, high flying isn't working for me, maybe I stick to the ground. Oh, big suplex from Hagar.
Just
it's almost
over his head there. Really, the strength is unquestioned with Hagar, but it looks so much more impressive as he's just throwing Songres around the ring here. Certainly a size differential between these two. Looking for a cover. And just gets one.
That's just Songres' resilience on display there. He's taken quite a few. He took that military press. He took a couple big suplexes. Just a 1 count from Songres. Oh.
Up high and down hard onto his back. Songres really looking in trouble here. Hasn't found a way to get a pin yet, but Hagar is inching ever closer.
2-2 so far this season for Songres. We've seen him a lot in tag team action as well. 12-7 overall. Now, of course, Hagar new to the SWA this season, but he's off to a hot start. 4-1 so far. Will be a nice 5th win here to go 2-0 into the final round of the tournament. But it's a bulldog from Songres.
Stealing moves from other wrestlers, I see. Interesting choice.
Oh, and Songres has thoughts out on the apron. He's daring Hagar to get to his feet.
He's inspired to get up.
Oh, and he's shotgun drop kick. Takes down Roughneck. Has Songres done enough? 2 count kicked out.
That looks like it landed right in Hagar's chest.
Even with the judge, can't get it done. And a nice arm drag reversal as well. Some good lucha things mixed in. Hagar down to his knees for that clothesline. Again, accentuating the height differential.
He's taking Songres into the corner, and this is bad news.
Oh, no.
Cruiserweight.
Oh, no.
Hagar taking him up. Slamming him down with that mid-rope.
Falcon
arrow. Leg hooked. 1-2. Kicked out from Songres.
Gotta admit, I'm impressed with the resiliency that Songres has showed in this match.
Hagar's not done, though. Sizing Songres up here.
Oh, taking him up, too. Slamming him down hard. That may do it. It was close last time. High impact. No, shoulders up for Songres. Seems to have one more down left in him. What kind of fight does the former world champ have as he catches a strong right, but then a nice reversal? Looking once again for a little sunset flip. Shoulders down, too. 1, 2. Oh, legs out.
Thought he might steal it right there.
Almost stole one indeed. Would have been the heist of the tournament, but now he's military press dropped over the knee. And the ref taking the scenic route. Is it enough? 1, 2, kicked out.
My goodness, these two.
Trying to get him up. Sangres fighting to his feet. And it's a bulldog again. Face first into the mat goes Anthony Hagar. And Sangres may be thinking crimson knee here. Hip toss. Crimson knee. It's the best he's got. Boy, put away Roughneck. 1, 2, and oh, kicked out. Shoulders up.
2.5.
Maybe the nearest fall we've seen so far. Hagar survives.
Sangres firmly in the driver's seat now. Just as I say that, Hagar with uppercut reversal.
Reversals both sides. Sangres then taking down Hagar. Going to work on the left arm here. And he's setting him up maybe a little further away this time. Oh, and he connects once more. Oh, and he's not even looking for a pin. He wants to.
He's got to hit him with both.
Oh, what
nice
a reversal
from Hagar.
Hagar avoids it.
Doom
oh, no.
staring him in the face.
Taking up Sangres for a ride. Choke slam into the corner. And Sangres ragdolled down into the mat. Leg hooked here. 1, 2, and 3. Roughneck Hagar has done it and picks up the win.
Hagar
Got away from
nasty.
that crimson knee and then locked in the choke slam. And that was all she wrote for Sangres. Roughneck Hagar going through 2-0. The rookie is in the driver's seat of Division A.
He sure is.
He has a matchup next week with Yaske Bozeman. Bozeman picked up a win here tonight. And luckily for him, he's got a chance. If he can take down Hagar next week, they tie at 2-1 through the round-robin stage. But Hagar controls his own destiny with a win against Bozeman. He will go through as the sole survivor here of Division A and end up with a matchup on night 1 of 2-night stand to determine if he will face the world champion on night 2.
Yeah, everything on the line for Hagar here. You know, he's freshman in the season 3, but he's elevated to the occasion a couple times. Didn't quite make it in the bragging rights tournament, but you know, this one might be his.
He has only lost to Onyx Stone in the finale of that tournament, and as we mentioned earlier, a chance that he meets Onyx Stone in the finale of this tournament as well. Onyx is going to need a win over Eric Draven next week, and tomorrow night we'll see Draven versus Nathan Bogard, the 2 members of Division B who won their first matchup as well in this tournament, as well as the tag team titles on the line in our main event tomorrow night. Dirty Deeds taking on the Quinn brothers, and we'll also have another triple threat Ascent ladder match. We saw Jean-Baptiste steal a win last week and put himself to night 1 of 2-night stand with a chance at the Ascent Championship tomorrow night. We'll have Domino Marquez, the Tempest, and Bulldog Russell Nash in that triple threat match. Should be a good one. Thank you for coming out here tonight. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night, and have a good one.